This might be one of the nicest mechanical keyboards that I've used in a long time. This is the IQUNIX MQ80, and I've been using this daily for the past few weeks, and it is quickly becoming one of my favourite keyboards to work on. So in this review, I am going to talk to you about build quality, the typing experience, and whether So in this review, I'm going to talk to you about the build quality, the typing experience, and whether this premium keyboard is actually worth considering for your desk setup. Let's jump straight in. Okay, so the IQUNIX MQ80 mechanical keyboard sits in the premium bracket, I would say, of mechanical keyboards. It is a compact layout and has a really solid build. And from the moment that I unboxed this, the first thing that really stood out to me was how heavy this actually was. So compared to the other keyboards that I've used, like the Keychron's and the Logitech, this really does have a hefty bit of weight behind it, which really does make it feel like a very premium keyboard. And one of the main reasons for that weight is part of the design. And that design is the fact that it's made out of solid aluminium. So if I turn this over quickly, you can see that the back is fully aluminium and it is iodinized, I believe is the word. So that gives it a really nice aesthetic. And this is probably actually one of the nicest keyboards that I have used out of all the ones that I've tried and tested. So I have this in the Moonlight Silver colour, which I think is absolutely beautiful. And this is a low profile keyboard. So as you can see here at the front, there is a roughly, I think it's about 10.2 millimeters across this front bit. And then at the back, you can see that you get a little bit more height. What I would call out is compared to some mechanical keyboards, this doesn't have any feet at the bottom. So you have one angle for typing and that is it. You do get these little rubber feet at the sides, which obviously is great for if you are moving it about. So as you can see, it gives you some nice grip. So it's not sliding everywhere, especially if you don't use one of these mats. So it keeps it nice and secure. So you do actually get a little bit of flex when you are typing on here. So I don't know if you can see that, but it does give you a little bit of flex. And the reason behind that is that this is using what IQUNIX call the Latreille gasket mount. So what does that actually mean? So most other keyboards bottom out against a hard plastic surface, whereas this mounted system provides a softer cushion feel under each key, which gives it that really nice typing experience. You also have on the side this little red accent, which is removable. I'm not really sure why, and it's quite tricky to remove, but this does come out. It's a nice aesthetic, gives it a little bit of contrast, so it adds to that really nice aesthetic look that you are getting with this keyboard. Something else that you get with this is it actually comes with a case. So it comes with this lovely little case that you can pop it into, and in here you've got some of the accessories that it also comes with. So you've got a brush, which I've not come across before, which is really cool, and a keycap puller, which is pretty standard. And you also get the keyboard user guide, so it tells you how to use all of the different functions that are available on the keyboard as well. So I think that's a really nice touch, and you don't tend to get it too much with other brands that I've experienced. So in terms of the typing experience, I've loved this. I think it is actually my favorite keyboard. The sound is amazing, which I will show you in a minute. But this comes with gold red switches, and that delivers a really beautifully smooth keystroke. And it has a total travel of about 2.8 millimeters distance from the keycaps. So it's got a really nice travel across the board. It's also paired with PBT, which is polybutyrate I'm not even going to attempt to say it, plastic keycaps. And they've got an anti-oil coating on the top. So that also gives it that nice premium feel when you are typing. and its overall build quality is really beautiful, and you get very little typing fatigue, or at least I've not experienced any. But anyway, let's jump into how this actually sounds. So in terms of connectivity and daily use, so this supports Bluetooth 2.4 gigahertz wireless via a included dongle, which I have here, and it is USB-C-A. So I struggle a little bit with this, so I can use this with my work laptop, but when I'm using it with my MacBook, I use the Bluetooth. But you've obviously also got the cable as well, so you can plug this in and it will charge it. As you can see here, it's currently charging. But yeah, I haven't experienced any real lag even with Bluetooth, but obviously the better connection comes with the dongle. You can also connect this up to 3 devices, which is pretty standard across most mechanical keyboards, and it's easy enough to set up. You literally go into your Bluetooth and you use one of the function keys, and you can select 1, 2, or 3. So you can easily toggle between your devices, no problem at all. In terms of battery life, well, it's been pretty solid. I have charged it a couple of times, but I am using the RGB backlighting, as you can see here, which you can change by using function and hitting enter. So hopefully you've seen that. So yeah, so the actual keyboard can last up to 350 hours on a single charge. And that's thanks to some really cool low power consumption technology. Obviously, that is going to be lower if you are using the RGB backlighting. But yeah, personally, I've not experienced it having to charge it too often. It's been really, really good. And as mentioned already, it comes with RGB backlighting. So if I can just lift that up, give you a little bit of a view. And like I say, you've got different modes that you can use, so you can just flick through and you can choose what suits you and your setup. So what about the layout? So this is a 80% keyboard, which I personally prefer to the fuller 96% ones, mainly because it fits into my desk setup really nicely. It's compact, but you still getting the functionality that you need in terms of your function row. The only thing that you are really missing with an 80% keyboard is your number pad. And for someone like me who doesn't use a number pad, this is perfect. I have no issues with using an 80%. What is really, really good as well about this particular one is that you can custom map the keys. So you can use VIA software, and you can connect it to your keyboard, and you can program any key to however you want it. I personally haven't used it because the keys are mapped how I want them anyway. But if you are a gamer, or you want to change some things around, it's easy enough to go into the software and do that. Pretty straightforward. And yeah, and if you're someone who enjoys customizing your gear to the nth degree, then that is a real bonus. So who is this for? So I think this is a great choice for most people. Somebody who is wanting a premium build, something that's going to fit into their desk setup, something that's beautiful to write on, really, is for the heavy typists out there. So for me, I write blog posts and I do a lot of typing in my 9 to 5. So having something that is really nice, comfortable to type on is really important. But who is this not for? Is people that are going to be traveling. So this is heavy. So I would not put it into my work setup, for instance. I would not be wanting to carry this around in my work bag. So it's certainly not for people who are traveling, and it's certainly not for people who want a full-size keyboard and want a number pad. And people that are working in quiet office environments as well, this is probably not best suited for that. As you heard in the typing test, it is quite thocky and loud, which is what I love about mechanical keyboards, and one of the reasons why I mainly use them in my home office. And the other point is that it is not for somebody who's really budget focused. This is roughly about $159. So it's on the Upper end, I would say. Not, it's certainly not a budget keyboard. So yeah, if you're looking for something a bit cheaper, I'm just about to review another keyboard, which will be coming soon. So keep your eyes out for that. But yeah, for my workflow, I love this keyboard. It fits in lovely, and it has truly been a pleasure to use, and I would certainly recommend it. So that is my honest review of the IQUNIX MQ80 after using it daily for the last few weeks. I've also left the links in the description below if you want to head over and check it out. If you enjoy desk setup videos and everyday tech reviews, then why not hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one.